Shalom, or praise the Bashim Yahushua, double lines to the apostles GMS. This is now Allah coming at you at the video. And in this video, I'm going to be focusing on the book of Matthew, the 15th chapter, and the book of Mark, the 17th chapter, going into the Canaanite woman and the Syro-Phoenician woman. Okay? So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 21. Then Yahushua, which the Canaanite woman and the Syro-Phoenician woman are the same woman. Just want to give you a little history and a little insight on those words so that you can understand what this scripture is talking about. Matthew chapter 15, verse 21. Then Yahushua went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Zidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast, and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. So her daughter had demons attacking her, evil spirits. And where are they? Where's Yahushua? He's at the coast of Tyre and Zidon, near the water. Let's look at the coast real quick, near the borders.
Strong's G 3313. Meros.
Coast, apart due or assigned to one. Lot, destiny, one of the constituent parts of a whole. Doesn't really give you much there. But he's at the coast of Tyre and Zidon, like the sea coast. Let's see if we can get a better definition of this word coast real quick. There you go. Wikipedia popped right up. This gives you a good definition. It says the coast, also known, this is coast on Wikipedia. Wikipedia. The coast, also known as the coastline or seashore, is defined as the area where land meets the ocean, or as a line that forms the boundary between the land and the ocean or lake. It says it right here. So that's what it says. She was at the coast of Tyre and Zidon, at the coastline or at the seashore, where the land meets the ocean, or the line that forms the boundary of the land and the lake, or the land and the ocean, the body of water. So then Yahushua went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Zidon. Let's get that on the map real quick. So this is where Yahushua was at. Okay. See right here it says Sidon. This is the area where Yahushua was. See if I can get a better map. You know what, that map was good. I'm going to show you later maps later on in the video, which is going to give you further insight. So it says, And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the sea coast, and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil. So her daughter had spirits on her, had demons on her. And it said, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast. So it says Tyre and Zidon. Yahushua departed into the coast of Tyre and Zidon, the coastline of Tyre and Zidon. And it said a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast. And Canaan is in that region of Tyre and Zidon. Alright? And she said, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. But he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth after us. So the disciples said, Lord, send her away, she crieth after us. So she was crying after the Lord, saying, Lord, son of David, my daughter is vexed with the devil. Have mercy on me. And Yahushua replied, What? But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So why would the Lord say, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel? And then he said what? Scripture said what? Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. But he answered and said, It is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to the dogs. Right, so it's not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to the dogs. And that's the truth. You don't take food that belongs to a child and go and give it to a dog, do you? Of course not. And the children in that particular scripture represent the children of Israel. The bread represents the faith, the word, and cast it to the dogs. In this sense, the dog is talking about this Canaanite woman who was not an actual Canaanite, an actual heathen. She was actually an Israelite dwelling in a region in that land. And we already know this because the scripture said, I'm not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So Yahweh Shah is making it clear who it is that he's sent to. He's sent to the lost sheep. So evidently, if the Lord is dealing with this woman, she had to have been a part of the lost sheep. That's common sense. And she said, truth, Lord, so it is true. You don't take the children's bread and cast it to the dogs. And you got to remember, at this time, it wasn't meant for the Israelite foreigners to get it yet. Those Jews living in Jerusalem, those were the ones that Yahweh Shah was going to, and the various other Israelites living in those regions. Other Jews living in those regions. It wasn't until the disciples became apostles, which means sent away, that they went into them other regions of land, Cappadocia and Pontus and various other regions of land, preaching the gospel. It wasn't until that time came. Alright? And she said, truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from the master's table. So she said, yes, Lord, that is true. It's not meat or it's not good to take the children's bread and cast it into the dogs. Then she said, the dogs eat the crumbs which fall from the master's table, which is true. Dogs will eat crumbs or little morsels that fall from the table of the master. In other words, she asking the Lord for a little morsel or a small drop of mercy. After all, was not she asking the Lord for mercy a few verses up in the 22nd verse when she said, have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David? Then Yahweh Shah answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith, be it even unto be it unto thee even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. So her daughter was made whole. So this right here is evident that that woman had to have been of the house of Israel. Because if she was not of the house of Israel, then why would the Lord even deal with her in the first place? Why would the Lord go and heal her daughter? Okay? So now let's go back up. It said, the verse 22, it says, and behold, the woman of Canaan came out of the same coast, and cried unto him. What coast? The coast of Tyre and Zidon. Let's get back to this map. Now you see this map here? Once again, this is that region of Canaan. What you see here in this map. It says, right here it says Canaan West. It says Canaan East. The reason why it says Canaan West is because, remember, he was on the coast, the sea coast. And you see it says Sidon up here, which Tyre is located in the same area. Let's go to another map that should indicate that. See? Sidon and Tyre is right near it. Okay, so we know that Sidon and Tyre are right near one another. We have that understood. So when it said Yahweh Shah went to the coast of Tyre and Sidon, he was at the sea coast, this region here. And then said a woman came out of that region of Canaan. Let's go back to that map. So this is that region that she came out of. She was dwelling somewhere in this region here of Canaan, while the Lord was here by the coast of Tyre and Sidon. And she came out, and that was where that situation took place in the book of Matthew, the 15th chapter that we just read. That was when that situation took place. Now, there's another scripture we got to go to in the book of Mark, the 7th chapter, to give us further insight, because we know that the woman in Mark the 7th chapter and Matthew the 15th chapter, we know it's talking about the same woman. But in Matthew it says Canaan, but in Mark it says what? Syro-Phoenician. So what's the difference?